So let's speak about the facial bones. So this is that we were speaking about the mandibles. Okay, this is the mandible. We have only one mandible, which is the movable jaw. Okay, movable jaw bone and it's a lower jaw. Okay, then we have here one maxilla and here one maxilla. So total we have two maxilla. That's the upper jaw. Okay, then next, so we spoke about two bones, two maxilla and one mandible. But now you can see here this. Okay, if you can see this is a nasal bone. We have two nasal bones. Okay, this is one nasal bone and this is one nasal bone. This is maxilla, this is maxilla. So two maxilla and two nasal bone is done. Okay, then we have a vomer. Okay, can you see this line? This line is known as vomer. Okay, what it is known as? It is known as a vomer. Okay, so it is a vomer. This line which you can see here, it is a vomer. Besides that, if you can see now, we spoke, okay, it is, we have only one more vomer and we spoke about this bone. Next we can speak about the zygomatic bone. Okay, zygomatic bone, which is also known as a cheekbone. You can see this is a zygomatic bone, and this we say it as zygomatic bone, or you can say cheekbones. Okay, this one and one, we have two cheekbones, means two zygomatic bones. Next, speaking about the lacrimal. Okay, before this, for I told you that here inside we have ethmoid. Okay, here inside we have ethmoid, but outside we have lacrimal bones. Okay, what is lacrimal bone? Okay, we know that the tear glands. Okay, it is related with this lacrimal bone. Okay, tear glands. So inside we have ethmoid and outside we have lacrimal. In ethmoid, lacrimal. So this we have how many lacrimals? We have two lacrimal bone. Okay, so two lacrimal bone I have shown. This is one lacrimal bone and this is one lacrimal bone here, and this is vomer. This is nasal bones, two nasal bones, one vomer, and maxilla and one is mandible. This is your zygomatic, two zygomatic bones. Okay, next we have to see the inferior nasal concha. If you can see this, here we have a line here and here also we have a line. So these two lines we say it as inferior nasal concha. So we have two inferior, this as one and this as one. We have two inferior nasal concha. Okay, you can say concha also. Okay, it depends, you can say concha also. Okay, so we have how many bones total? We have two nasal bones, two lacrimal bones. Okay, lacrimal bones. This is two zygomatic bones and one vomer, one mandible, two maxilla, and two inferior nasal concha. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so I will repeat the names of the bones. Okay, so we have inside ethmoid bone, and then here like the very inside is ethmoid bone, then here lacrimal bones, ethmoid inside, this is vomer, this is nasal bones, this is maxilla, this is mandible, and this is maxilla I told you, this is zygomatic bone. Okay, this is frontal. Okay, and I spoke about this, the lining you can see, inferior nasal concha, and then I spoke about this frontal to parietal, this is temporal, occipital, again temporal. I spoke about this hole which we say external acoustic meatus or external auditory meatus. Then this has temporomandibular joint. Okay, and then we spoke about like these are the, like this much only I showed you teeth also. This is movable jaw, I told you this also. So I guess all the bones are almost done. So let's say this also, like you can see there are holes here. These holes we say it as infraorbital foramen. Okay, this is these both are known as infraorbital foramen, and in the same way here also you can see there are holes, we say it as supraorbital foramen. Okay, so this is supra because it is superior, so we say these two as supra orbital foramen, and the below this is known as inferior. Because it is inferior, so we say infraorbital foramen. Okay, I hope you remember these two are supra, these holes, you can see the holes, right? These two holes are supraorbital foramen, and these two holes are infraorbital foramen. Even you can see here two holes, so these two holes are known as mental foramen. Okay, what it is known as mental foramen. So I guess this whole things are cleared. Okay, this is sphenoid bones, I told you. Okay, sphenoid bone. Okay, and I think all the bones are covered. Okay, we spoke about how many bones: frontal, two parietal, two temporal, one occipital bone, one sphenoid bone, one ethmoid bone, and in facial we spoke about nasal bones, lacrimal bones, zygomatic bones, vomer bone, mandible bone, maxilla bone, and inferior nasal concha, or you can say concha. Even we spoke about the external meatus, and we spoke about the infraorbital foramen. Okay, supraorbital foramen and infraorbital foramen and mental foramen. Okay, I will repeat. This is superior position, so we say supraorbital foramen. This is inferior position, so we say infraorbital foramen, and this is mental foramen. Okay, and I guess all the bones are covered. Okay, so let's speak about the last facial bones, that is palatine. So where is palatine present? If I will open this, okay, here. Okay, if I will open this, and here this and this, these two bones, we say it as palatine bone. Okay, they are also the facial bones. This and this, these two bones, we say it as palatine bones. Okay, so we have two palatine bones, one mandible, two maxilla, this and this, two maxilla, this and this, two nasal bones. Okay, then this is what, like I told you, lacrimal bones, two. I spoke about inferior nasal concha or concha, you can say two here. Vomer is present here. I told you about zygomatic bones. Okay, then mandible I spoke, and lacrimal also. So total with palatine we have 14 facial bones. So these were about, like we spoke about cranium, cranial bones. We spoke about facial bones, 14 facial bones and 8 cranial bones. I told you we have 3 ear ossicles, malleus, incus and stapes. Then we spoke about temporomandibular joint, external acoustic meatus. So these things are done. Okay, last thing which I want you all to remember is this part, this thing. It is known as foramen magnum. Okay, foramen magnum, this circle. Okay, this hole is known as what? Foramen magnum. Okay, so these things are enough.